Looks like we've got some people getting in here. Yay! Happy Friday, everybody. I've got a fun fold card for you today. See, folds up to fit into an envelope, but kind of pops up and stands for display. And we've got room for a message on the inside here. There it is. Hey, Kay! Good to see you here. Happy Friday. Rolling into the weekend. Got some company this weekend, so gonna get done working here. Get a couple of things wrapped up and then be off for the weekend. I got some little catching up to do still. All right. I'm going to get started with just a little bit of housekeeping here. I don't know if you guys know about it, but I'm going to make sure you do. We are currently doing buy 3 get 1 free designer series paper from Stampin' Up. There are, let's see here, 10 to choose from, 9 of which are brand new to the new catalog. If you buy 3 $11 designer series paper packs, Stampin' Up! Is going to treat you to the 4th one. They're your choice from Nature's Poem, Twinkle Twinkle, Under the Mistletoe, Animal Expedition, Best Route, Petal Promenade, Tranquil Textures, Garden Impressions is the one that we're using today, and Tropical Escape and Wood Textures. Those are the ones to choose from. KitchenTableStamper.com. You can see a list of my favorites and clickable links to check out each of these papers. So, good deal. Stampin' Up! Usually does this buy 3 get 1 free designer series paper sale, and then what's left sometimes hits the clearance rack. So this is probably the best price you can get for Stampin' Up! Designer series paper until it hits the clearance rack. Generally, this sale happens in the fall, so I don't know what's up with it in July, but hey, I'll take it. I'm going to get me some Under the Mistletoe to do some Christmas crafting. So that's one of our little housekeeping items for the month of July. Hey, Barbara, hot and windy Tucson, hey? It's been pretty hot here, too, in the Chicago area, but hot and wet. We've had a lot of rain this summer. All right, the other bit of housekeeping before we get started on the project is the Stampin' Pad Family promotion. So if you've thought about joining Stampin' Up, or if you've thought about becoming part of the Kitchen Table Stamper Kitchenettes family, I have got a fantastic promotion for you. There is a Stampin' Pad Family promotion between now and the end of July. When you join Stampin' Up for $99, you choose $125 of products, your choice, no matter what you want, free shipping on those, $99, $125 worth of products. Stampin' Up! Is also throwing in a free Stampin' Pad assortment with your starter kit. So you can choose the in colors, all 10, the brights, neutrals, regals, or subtles. You will get 10 Stampin' Pads. That's a $75 value added to your kit. So the kit is currently worth $200. You get $200 in products, your choice of an ink pad family, plus $25 in products. You pay $99 for it, and there's no shipping on that. So if you're curious about the Stampin' Up! Opportunity or about the kit, email me, marissa@kitchentablestamper.com. All right, so those are our July promotions. And one more time, here's our project for today. It's a little fancy fold card. Folds flat so that you can put it in an envelope. Fits in a standard size envelope. It pops up. And this is how it looks from the front view. And it stands for display. And then here's the inside of the card for a personal message. All right, so let's get started. I'll go through the supplies that you're going to need for this. I've mentioned that the designer series paper is from the Garden Impressions. This is the designer series paper front and back. We're going to use this pattern and then this pattern. That's the back side. And these are 5 1/4 They're all 5 1/4. This is by 1 1/4. You need 2 pieces like that. And this is by 2 3/4. These will be on the project sheet. The measurements will be. And then you also need a piece of cardstock that's a standard card base, but you're not going to score it. So this is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. I've used soft seafoam for this sample. I've done some die cutting ahead of time here. And let me show you that. I've got a little tag. This is from the Coffee Cups Framelits dies. I've got the largest stitched circle. This is from the Stitched Shapes Framelits. And I've got layering circles framelits, the largest scallop circle. So those are my framelit sets. Little Whisper White, this is 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. And this is 3/4 by 3 1/2. Let's take a look at the stamp sets. I'm using Pick a Pennant for that bitty little heart there. You know me and my little heart tag. I thought it brought a little splash of color to the greeting. And we're using Abstract Impressions for our floral and our greeting. And let's see here. Got the metallic ribbon combo pack for embellishments. This is the Petal Pink shimmer ribbon. We're going to use that one. The combo pack also includes the shimmer shaded spruce ribbon. And I've got some linen thread, just a bit. Stampin' pads for the project, soft seafoam, Petal Pink, shaded spruce, and Calypso Coral. And then I've got my Tailor Tag Punch. I've been using it for all my little banners, so keep my handy dandy Tailor Tag Punch there. All right, I think that covers the supplies for our project. Let's grab the Simply Score tool and do our scoring first. You'll also need one of these handy dandy tools right here. So we're gonna score our soft seafoam across the 8 1/2 inch side. And get that in there so you can see my measurements. Move my little box shim up out of the way. All right, we are gonna score here at, where's my cheat sheet? Whoops, I dropped my cheat sheet. All right, I have a cheat sheet and I know you'll need one too, so don't worry, it'll be printable on the kitchentablestamper.com website. All right, so we're gonna score at 1 1/2, at 2 3/4, at 5 3/4, and at 7 inches. There's our little card base. Pull the Simply Score tool out of here and grab a bone folder now. Hi Dolores, you're here. I had a great 4th of July. I did have a great 4th of July actually. My oldest daughter, who's 22, took my children out to go see the fireworks. They are 13 and 8. And my husband and I sat in bed and watched a movie. That was 4th of July for us. It was fantastic. We have a huge party every year at Independence Day. Whenever Arlington Park International Racecourse is having their fireworks, that's when we have our party. So the first, we had a huge party here, and I've just been worn out. Now I've got some out-of-town company, so things are crazy busy here at Kitchen Table Stamper. So on 4th of July, I spent the day kind of chilling out, and then the evening, well, I worked actually on the 4th of July, and then spent the evening with my husband. We watched a movie. So the 4th was awesome, but our party was on the 1st this year. Hey Julie, you're finally able to catch me live, huh? I'm so glad to see you here. I'd love to see you in a class sometime. Come on out. All right, so here's what we're gonna do with our paper. I've worked all the scores. Now from this large section, we're gonna fold back, and then we're gonna fold forward. And then again from this large section, you wanna fold back, and then forward. So this is what you're trying to achieve. Pretty cute, huh? And this is how it looks all decorated. That's front view, and that's how it stands. All right, everybody following along with this fancy fold? And then when you crash it down, smash it down, it fits right into an envelope like any standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. Okay, so let's get this party started here. We're going to get our designer series paper added to the pieces. So I'm going to take some snail adhesive and run them along here. And this one, back side. I love this designer series paper. Do you see the variety you get in color palettes? Julie says, can I still get in your Monday class? Julie, I can absolutely arrange that. Let's talk about that one. It's the Monday class is the Animal Expedition, and it's $30, 6 cards. There's some product involved too, so email me or text me after, or maybe we'll talk on the phone. Something. We'll talk. Anne says, love it. Thanks, Anne. All right, so we've got our little side pieces. We want them just to peek out, so we just centered them inside the folds. Now we've got this pretty paper. Hey, we could use either side of this, couldn't we, with that one we chose for the small pieces. All right, then we're going to center this one. Now we need to do some stamping. Let me grab my ink pads, my Stampin' Pierce mat. We're going to stamp off the edges a bit, so I got a piece of scratch paper here over my Stampin' Pierce mat. Actually, let's pull this one out and put this one in so you can kind of see what we're doing. All right, let's do our inside piece first. This is the panel for the inside of the card, or the back side of the card, really. So we're gonna ink up this wide blades of grass with some soft seafoam. We're gonna stamp them kind of fading off the edge. And then, uh-oh, I think I did my blades of grass opposite. Yep, we're gonna have dark grass on this one. Hold on. I don't think I like it. It happened opposite. That doesn't mean it has to stay opposite, right? Okay. So let me just flip that and grab my little chamois. I thought I'd try it and maybe roll with it, but I don't like it. There's 2 sides to every paper. We don't have to roll with something we don't like, do we? All right, so I'm gonna clean off these 2 dudes again, and I'm gonna check carefully this time to make sure that I've got these wide blades of grass we're gonna do in our soft seafoam. Kind of at an angle off the bottom. And then these narrow little blades of grass we're gonna fill in. See, looks better with the lighter ones on the wider image. All right, same with our flowers. Here we're gonna look for these big kind of donut shaped flowers, and that's our lighter one. And then these that look like just brush strokes, that's our darker one. For the lighter, we're using Petal Pink. We're gonna stamp those, going off the edge, and then again. And then we'll come back in and do the accents with Calypso Coral. And gotta make sure I'm lining these guys up. You don't want the little brush strokes just floating in space. They should be on the flowers. There we go. Not bad. Not bad for on live video. And then this dude right here. There it is. Pretty. Okay. Now, our little scallop, or our little stitched circle, I should say our big stitched circle, because it is the biggest one from the stitch shapes. And we're going to do the same kind of idea, only we're going straight across with our grass this time. It's not on a hill. I just saw a little heart. Thank you. All right, so there's our stems. Now let's do our flowers. And the details on the flowers. I love this stamp set. It makes card making pretty fast. No coloring, just great floral images with that kind of abstract watercolor look. All right, one more bit of stamping here on Whisper White for our greeting. Got my thank you from that same Abstract Impressions. And I'm going to stamp it almost center. Beautiful. And my little accent. My kids, when I was making this card, they're like, Mom, it doesn't need it. You're taking it too far. So leave the tag off if you want to. Hey, Pamela. I just stamp a little Calypso coral heart on it, but I like the little detail of that hanging tag. We could do with or without, though, I guess. All right, I believe that our stamping is all done, so let's clear away the ink pads and finish assembling. This is a pretty quick little card, I'm telling you, with a lot of impact. Your receiver is going to just love the beautiful card that can stand on a desk or a mantle or next to a vase of flowers. Such a pretty little card. So that's what we're doing. Here's the one we're working on. Now I've got my Tailor Tag Punch and I'm going to pop out a little dovetail banner here. And then I want to check my length, make sure that if it extends past the seafoam, it's only the tiniest bit. That one looks good. We want to make sure it fits in the envelope smoothly. We'll take some snail adhesive and adhere our Whisper White floral panel onto our Calypso coral scallop. And then we can do the same snail adhesive and adhere our floral panel high of center, so up just a little bit past the center mark. This area here is more narrow than the area on the bottom. Okay, now for my beautiful shimmer ribbon. Love this stuff. We're gonna tie a little bow on our thank you tag. And you want to leave it just the slightest little bit loose because we're going to slip that linen thread underneath this bow so that we can tie on that tag. All right, I need some scissors. Got my snips with the ribbon on the handle, and those are the sharp ones for the ribbon. I got another pair that's just for paper. All right, now got my little tag here. I'm gonna go with maybe 7 inches, 8 inches of linen thread. And I'm gonna loop through from the back to the front of the little tag. And then I'm gonna set that aside for just a second. I'm going to adhere my banner to the card front with Stampin' Dimensionals, and that'll give us some sturdy resistance. So we're going to add that tag and tie a little thread knot. We might as well get the banner stuck to the card first. Anybody got big plans for this weekend? Or is everybody just chilling out after all their holiday celebrations? I am just chilling out. I've got family in from out of town, so I'm going to work on catching up at work. I'm really struggling to keep my head above water with all the company and celebrating we've been doing, so I'm going to work a little and rest a lot. The little tag is adorable. Thank you. See, I thought so too. My girls were like, Mom, you always overdo it. You put too much. But okay, wait, before I do that, there's your choice. Here's with the little tag. Here's without the little tag. Well, we don't want to cover our greeting. There it is. So, with or without. A little tag, somebody asked, Anne asked, what stamp says little tag from? The little tag, the framelit is from Coffee Cups. And it's got a little like wood grain heart and a little high in the stamp set that coordinates, that fits on there. I use the little heart from Pick a Pennant all the time with that tag. So where did I put Pick a Pennant? Don't know. So here's Pick a Pennant. And the little heart and stars from Pick a Pennant work perfect on that tag. Connie says, very pretty card. Thank you so much, Connie. Isn't it just fun and light and springy? It's a good thank you. I thought about trying to find a bigger happy birthday greeting that was all in one line, but kind of a bigger font like this thank you, because I think it would make a beautiful birthday card too. But I didn't find one quickly, so I decided to go all thank you. But it would be a beautiful birthday card too, I think. And easy to make. All right, so let's get this finished. We're going to tie a thread knot. So if you saw, I put the linen thread under the bow. I'm going to bring it above, so we've got both tails here. And then I'm going to wrap a loop and tuck my tails through. Just a thread knot like you would at the end of a needle and thread. So we'll get that, and then let it hang kind of free. Now, if you're like me and you don't want your little tag to flop around and hang free, then grab another little piece of dimensional and a bitty piece will do. I just cut a little square off the edge there. And then for me, I like when things are perfectly positioned, so I added a little tiny dimensional on the corner there, and I'll put my tag where I want it to dangle and tack it down. Trim the tails there. And our last step, Barbara says, with the tag for sure, kids don't know anything. I love you, Barbara. That's what I said to those kids. What do you know about Stampin' anyways? All right, so here's the little panel for the inside that we prepared ahead of time. Don't mind the grass on the back. There's 2 sides to every paper. It was a fun experiment. Now flip, open it up, tuck this in, and you've got a fun little place for a private message or an extended greeting. Need a place to write on the cards, right? And there it is. Tucks right into a standard mailing envelope, but a little extra fun detail there. All right, there it is. I'm gonna go get a project sheet made for it. It's mostly done, and get it posted on the blog. If you've got any questions about the project and the fun fold, or if you've got questions about the buy 3 get 1 free paper sale, or if you've got questions about the Stampin' Pad family promotion, email me, Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. All right, you guys, got any questions about that? Fantastic, adorable, such a pretty card. Thank you so much. I agree. I was dreaming about it and got up and put it together. All right. Very cute, says Barbara. Thank you, ladies. Everybody have a great weekend. I'll see you next Friday, and then I think I'm off for a week is how it goes. I've got the Stampin' Up incentive trip to Alaska, so I will be on for one more Friday and then off the following Friday, so keep that in mind. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.